Today's conversation is all about motivation. There's a real complexity associated with being an entrepreneur. The reality is when you have staff, no one is standing over your shoulder telling you what to do. You are not forced to go into work every single morning. So how do you get yourself up and deal with the hell that sometimes you endure as an entrepreneur? In the start of the business journey, it is all about necessity. You're trying to get the business started. You're trying to keep yourself and your family alive financially. But as things progress and things get comfortable, how do you keep pushing yourself to pursue when you don't necessarily need too much more? The reality is it all comes back down to goals. Structuring exactly where you want to be, given where you are, and setting targets to get there every step of the way. Every year, around December and around June, I go away for 2 days by myself in an area where there is no cell range with a pen and paper. The goal is to really think through exactly what it is I want to achieve and to set serious goals and milestones that I can achieve to impact the direction of my business. It's not just goals about the business as well. Goals around family life, goals around health, all the significant things that are important to me, I have to be motivated for because no one is behind me forcing me to do it. Special offer for everyone watching our channel. I really want to encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification button. So if you turn on that subscribe and notification button right now, I will send you a soft copy version of my latest book I've written. This book highlights all the things future entrepreneurs need to watch out for. All the lessons I learned about 10 to 15 years ago before I took on this business to show you how my decision-making evolved. Like, subscribe, and press the link below, put your name and details, and I will send you a digital copy of my latest book. I guarantee you will love it, and I hope to see you on my channel consistently. Thank you so much for your support. With every single goal and objective, there is a reward. I am not materially inclined, but I set a goal, and according to that goal, I reward myself with a specific material thing. Not because the material thing means something to me, but that material thing has to be around me constantly so that I may see it and remember why I work so hard. The key examples are things like a car or a very nice watch. Depending on the goal and how difficult that goal is achieved is the level of the nice car or the level of the nice watch, for example. And this is purely designed so that as I'm driving, having eaten shit for the last 8, 9 hours or 12 hours, I'm going, why do I do this to myself? And I remember, okay, no, that was the milestone you achieved. The other key thing is the milestone is very rarely financial. The finances, guys, when you get this out of your head, doesn't actually mean too much when you hit a certain milestone. And that is, if you have a house, you have a car, your kids are in a decent school, after that, financially, it's purely survival stuff like food, water, air conditioning, and bills. I don't care whether my bank account has $200,000, $1 million, or beyond, because technically it's just like stacking newspapers up in a pile. You're not going to read the newspaper from the bottom, you're just going to keep taking from the top. So those goals have to be beyond me. It's about my ambition to actually make a change in the world. It's about the legacy over the currency in most occasions, so that that day when I'm really struggling and I see my milestone indicator, I revert back to the legacy I'm leaving and why I'm doing what I'm doing. It is so critical as a business owner to keep yourself going, guys, and this is what I struggle with very consistently, which is why I check in with myself once a month as to where my goals are and how I'm tracking towards them. This is why I sit there and I punish myself if I don't achieve it. For example, I used to have a really nice car. That car I just got rid of and returned to a company ute because I felt even though I achieved that goal, the milestone I had that was beyond that was not achieved. Therefore, I had to reduce that lifestyle benefit from myself so I can strive for it again. When you have everything you need, or everything that you want, I should say, then it's very difficult to go, well, what else is there? So therefore, there's a win, the carrot, there's the stick, which is the I didn't achieve it, return it back, and progress forward. About 15 years ago, I had a company that was doing really well. It went down for a number of reasons, no problems. I had this exact watch, Breitling Navitimer Chronomat. Not the most expensive watch in the world, but it was a watch according to what I could afford back then. It was a reward I had. That company went under. I struggled. I went into a serious amount of debt, and my family was forced to leave their home and go into a granny flat to basically build from scratch as we had a new child. I sold the watch. I sold the watch not just for the financial benefit, because I had to set a milestone to return myself. And that milestone was get out of debt, get back into a house that I own eventually. There were so many steps before that. There was the paying off the debt, which at the time I believe was close to $4 or $5 million. I think it was actually 7. There was paying off the debt. And then from paying off the debt, there was the Brent Vesta strategy, buying multiple investment properties so I can grow from there. And then from the Rent Vesta strategy, it was selling some of those Rent Vesta homes, and then buying my dream home and building my dream home. And then I rewarded myself with the exact same watch to return me back to the parity I had beforehand, before I lost my home, before I'd done all these things. Motivation is critical, but it's not something that's synthetic you can watch by getting a show on. You can't sit there and watch a YouTube clip of somebody screaming at you to do better. It is something that you have to set for yourself by understanding your why it is that you do what you do. Because every day I come to work, I ask myself, why do I do what I do? And I have my answers, and therefore I push forward. Hope this helps. See you in the next session. Please subscribe and like to follow our journey towards listing our business in the next 24 months. Take care. Top of this page, you'll see the link to the next episode. Subscribe to watch more and press the next link.